If you're not using this dry fly, you're missing out. To start, we'll grab some white thread, secure it to our hook shank, and snap the excess free. Next, we'll grab some parawing, I like to use a high-vis orange, and secure it tightly to the top of the hook shank. We'll use this to create a post, pulling the fibers up. Use your thread to secure it, as well as wrap around it in order to create our post. Doing so by starting with loose wraps, wrapping tighter and tighter as you go is going to be your best approach. Once you've started the post, wrap back down to the base and secure it tightly. I like to make small wedges on either side of my post to ensure it doesn't spin around the hook shank. Continue extending your post slightly, wrapping back down to the base, and snipping the parawing to length. We'll keep it a bit longer than necessary for our next steps. Wrap your thread well into the bend of the hook and grab some dubbing. Here I'm using a March brown color. You can find the specific dubbing I'm using in the links below. Create a dubbing noodle and begin wrapping this up the hook shank until we reach our post. Doing so in close touching spirals and tightening or adding more material as needed. Next, we'll grab some saddle hackle. Here I'm using a tan color. Select a single feather and measure it to length. Strip the tips free. Strip away some of the fibers of your feather and secure it to the hook shank, leaving a bit of extra material so we can wrap it up the post. Continue securing and snip the excess free. Wrap your thread back towards the post, lifting your feather upward and using your thread to secure it in place. With this complete, wrap to the bottom of your post and grab a different colored dubbing. I like to use a second color that complements the first and is typically a bit darker. Here I'm using a brown. Create a dubbing noodle and begin dubbing your body towards the hook eye, once again in close touching spirals, adding more material as necessary, ensuring that your final thread wrap is on top of the dubbing we just placed. Grab your saddle feather and begin to hackle this around the post, doing so in close touching spirals until you reach your thread. If you find your hackle is a bit sparse, you can tie in 2 feathers. Once complete, secure in place, trying to prevent from trapping any fibers beneath, and snip the excess free. Trim your parapost to length, and color in your thread to match whatever body color you decide on. Snip the excess free, and clean up any trapped feathers. And this is the Klinkhammer. Its profile looks like an emerging insect and makes a great addition to any dry fly box. I would highly suggest giving it a try. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one.